Excuse me while I finish a piece of pizza here. Sorry I'm running a little late, but I always am. So some people get in here. Right, are we ready? Let's do this. Locked into Lunacy. Episode 8. Big Vito comes out to the ring and says that Russo's off with a family emergency. He does a lot of great heel work as always. You know, you fucking jugaloos, wipe that clown shit off your face. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. And then he says that Kerry Morton's gonna get a shot at Cocaine's number one contenders spot tonight. As well, the Brothers of Funstruction. He brings out the Brothers of Funstruction. He threatens to reveal their true identities of who they are. Apparently, there's some maybe some rival Italian gangsters or something like that back in the day. They're trying to imply. And then he tries to blackmail them to work for him, but they refuse. You know, they're like, we don't do things the hard way or the easy way. We do things the fun way. This is JCW, and here we do clown shit. Whoop, whoop. And then out come PCO and Mickey Knuckles, and they attack them from behind. Setting up our main event for the night, it's going to be Brothers of Funstruction and the Luciano Family Enterprise, PCO and Mickey Knuckles. Coming up tonight also is the street fight between J-Rod and Danny Moe. Sorry, I was trying to find it in my notes here. I do know who it is. Then first match of the night. Hey, how's it going? First match of the night, we do have the Cocaine versus Kerry Morton number one contenders match. Very predictable ending at this point. Matt Cross comes out and attacks him from the crowd. We don't originally know it's him at first because he comes out with a mask. And what's happening? I'm doing a JCW Lunacy review. This is called Locked into Lunacy. I do this every week. Monday nights. I'm thinking about going to Friday nights, though, because that will allow for people to have JCW fresh in their mind from the night before and have an entire week to watch the episode instead of like 3 days before the new one comes out. So yeah. Let me know, guys, if you want me to move to Fridays. Help me get to 100 subscribers. I'm so close. All right. And then we have Big Al as asking Vito about what's up with Russo and his wife. And he's like, was she all right with the allegations that you've been putting against her and all that stuff? And then she kind of goes, so they're kind of doing away with the whole the SA storyline that happened with Big Al and Vince Russo, which I'm glad because it was dumb and very out of touch anyway. So I'm glad they're kind of writing the storyline off. And then we get a promo for the Green Phantom is coming to JCW. This guy looks pretty cool. He looks like an old school superhero type jobber character. Haven't seen him wrestle, but the gimmick definitely reminds me of the Hurricane back in the day. Oh yeah. I wonder what old Shane Helms is up to right now. Kerry Morton says that to Vito that he knows that Russo is behind Matt Cross attacking him and everything, but says that he has respect for Vito. Vito says that he'll look into it, just kind of relax for now. Really like all the storylines that are going on at JCW right now. I definitely am interested to see this conclusion. Now, here's what I'm thinking. If this turns out to be true, it'll be a total coincidence. But right now it's just fantasy booking. So what if they had at Stranglemania, right, a Survivor Series type match? You had Team Violent J versus Team Vito. Team Violent J, you could have Cocaine, you could have Kerry Morton, you could have the St. Clair Monster Corporation, and Violent J himself. Team Vito, you have PCO, Mickey Knuckles, Caleb Conley, Matt Cross, and Vito. I don't know, it's perfect. Survivor Series style match, it'd be great. Especially since, I don't know how well Jay could do a whole singles match by himself, but if he had a lot of tag partners to tag in, I think that would be pretty dope. Let me know if you guys agree if that would be dope or not. Also, we'll get to more Stringlemania news in a second. Caleb Conley goes in a match with Hunter Gray. And of course Caleb wins, but man, is it awesome to see freaking Hunter Gray again, man. We haven't seen him since a couple JCWs back when he wrestled Mr. Anderson. This guy's got a cool mountain man kind of gimmick. Comes out with the pelt on, and he's freaking doing some it's just an awesome character. We're gonna get to some more new awesome characters, but I hope Hunter Gray gets a JCW contract, because, or at least we get to see him in more upcoming shows, because I really like his gimmick. I'd really like to see what they could do with him. He starts winning, He's definitely a guy that looks like he could go through a roster a little bit, but unfortunately he's had to okay. See ya. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you subscribe, and hopefully you come back. This will be a YouTube video tomorrow. So whoop whoop, peace fam. Yeah, hopefully we definitely get some more of Hunter Gray in the future. But speaking of awesome characters, we have Choppa City. Man, I liked their debut last week, and they're heavy in this episode. Chopper City are coming up with a plan to take out the Outbreak tonight. And here we go with Stranglemania. Stranglemania is going to be in Las Vegas on April 17th. That's just one day before the 2-night days of WrestleMania, WWE's WrestleMania. So, this this could be good for both JCW and WWE at the same time, because if you think about it, WWE had WrestleMania in Las Vegas last year, so there's not a whole lot of appeal right there for people to come back to Las Vegas to see another WrestleMania. But with JCW being there the night before, I really feel like that'll draw some extra crowd. Like if you're gonna be convinced to spend the money to go to Las Vegas, and you're gonna be spending money on casinos, and you're gonna be there for WrestleMania. First of all, you're freaking loaded with money because most people don't have that much money. The outrageous tickets for WWE, the outrageous prices for WWE tickets. But I feel like having another wrestling show to go to the night before might make it more worth it of a draw. Um, and likewise, JCW is already going to have that audience there in Vegas. So it's just a win-win for both companies, I think. Also, I heard that there won't be any WrestleMania parties. I heard this at Vince Russo's podcast. There won't be any restaurants or bars or anything streaming WrestleMania within a certain distance of it happening. So that could definitely, I don't know if that would definitely draw some JCW fans or not. No, that doesn't make any sense. But I think JCW being there would be an extra reason to go to see WWE if that's something you could do. And also, the built-in audience is right there for JCW. Already have people in Vegas. You already have them wanting to see a wrestling show. Why not? So mutually beneficial. Then we have Choppa City take out Barnabas and handcuff him to a pole. And man, their whole gimmick is just freaking great. We're gonna chop him. I'm gonna chop him up, Tifa. So they get chased out by the Outbreak, and they go out to the ring. The Outbreak squash them, and they just keep attacking them until they hear a sound from out in the crowd, like a screech noise. And that's them being called off by Barnabas, presumably. And then they go backstage. Juggalo Weekend coming up this weekend, February 27th and 28th. It's going to be in Miami, Florida. Can't wait to see those upcoming shows for Lunacy. Yeah, man. Choppa City, awesome tag team. I love their catchphrases. I like how everything's about chopping. We missed our Chopportunity. You know, I just like how corny and campy they are. They're freaking awesome. Maybe a new jobber tag team, you know. And then we get the street fight with Danny Moe and J-Rod. And this is pretty cool. Wrestling TV, you get to see them fight outside in a alleyway. Freaking awesome. And then, of course, you got Haley J and Amazing Maria teaming up on her to get their revenge from the past weeks and everything. So Danny Moe ends up winning and getting the pin. Then we have Mickey's groping Vito backstage again. This is something that's going on. There's definitely a thing going on with Mickey Knuckles and Big Vito. Very funny in the storyline. So she's getting more than just money from him, if you know what I mean. And then we get the JCW Blast from the Past. We get Matt Hardy and John versus Johnny Juggalo, aka Johnny Mucho, and Lucha Underground, aka Johnny Impact, and TNA, aka Johnny Nitro / John Morrison in WWE. And versus some other guy that I don't recognize. Now, some of you big time JCW heads will probably be like, oh, that's so and so. Leave it down in the comments if you guys know who the third guy is. Don't really know him or care to even look up his name. But I thought it was awesome that forget Matt Hardy and Johnny Nitro were in this, and Johnny wins. It's cool to see clips from these old matches, man. I wish we'd bring back some of the star power for a little bit. We'll see what Juggalo Weekend and Stranglemania bring. And we have J Rod. She's mad at Big Al for allowing the other girls to jump her, and so she attacks Big Al. We'll see the ramifications of that probably next week. Big Vito thinks he's riding away in a limo, but finds Jasmine in there and says she shouldn't have fucked with him, or you shouldn't have fucked with her. And the monsters are outside, and Big Vito's like, "Hey, limo driver, step on it," but it turns out to be Violent J, the Duke of the Wicked. So yeah, Vito's not getting out of this one easy. Violent J's finally back in JCW. It feels like everything's gone full circle since I started the Locked into Lunacy shows 8 weeks ago. Started them, and the first couple were audio only, and then I started doing the video lives. But the very first Locked into Lunacy was the episode where Violent J's like, my guy against yours. If your guy wins, I leave forever. But we knew it was only a matter of time before Jay came back. But yeah, man. I feel like this was a shorter episode of JCW. There's a few characters left out. There was no JCW champion, Mr. Anderson this week. There was no Facade or Ninja Mac at all. So I feel like stuff's running thin. Maybe running into Juggalo Weekend when we get, all the surprise wrestlers that we're going to get. Really looking forward to the Juggalo Weekend show and the Stranglemania show. Shout outs to Master Grasso on TikTok. He's actually going to Juggalo Weekend in Miami. Man, I'm jealous. But hell yeah, this will be a YouTube video sometime tomorrow. I will also be covering WrestleMania when that comes out. I don't cover a lot of WWE stuff on Locked into Lunacy. We're more JCW focused on here, but I will be always talking about the big four shows because they're the big four shows in wrestling, and that is Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. I'll always be covering those. So yeah. Much Wicked Clown love, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for doing all the stuff. I really appreciate you guys. You're real ones forever. 100. This has been Pickle Rick, aka the Juggler. Whoop whoop. Peace, ninjas.